Hello there, fellow spiritual travelers. Today I'm going to do a pick a card reading of the theme of what does your shadow side want you to know about? So this may be something that you are denying in yourself that is holding you back in life. So this is a timeless reading. Whenever you come across this channel and watch this video is the time that you're meant to get this message. So we have three monkeys here. We have three wise monkeys. We have the See No Evil monkey for pile number 1. We have the Hear No Evil monkey for pile number 2. And the Speak No Evil monkey for pile number 3. So take a moment, have a look over the cards, pick a monkey, and the timestamps are below. So let's get on to pile number 1. Pile number 1 with the See No Evil monkey. What is it that you don't want to see? What is it that is in your life that you are putting your head in the sand in and not wanting to deal with? Let's find out. Channeled message that I wrote earlier. You project a happy-go-lucky attitude around your friends, family and colleagues as you believe that your problems and deepest feelings shouldn't be displayed in public. This is a noble sentiment, as you don't want to burden others. But do you suffer in silence, beating yourself up when you're alone? Do the people you care about often get to see the real you? What have you to lose, or better yet, to gain, by letting your guard down and opening up to others? So, pile number 1, I'm getting the feeling that you like to portray yourself as being always happy, always confident, that everything is going well in your life. You like to try and make other people happy and help other people with their problems. But sometimes you can maybe go too far and give too much away of yourself. I get the feeling that there's some issues in your life that you are turning a blind eye to, or just covering your eyes up so you don't want to have to deal with them, basically. And we all do that to some point. Like, it's hard to accept that there's problems we have that we may have had for a very long time that are impacting our lives. But the best way to deal with it is to accept it first and then get help. And maybe you'll find that it's a lot easier to deal with than you expect. So let's get onto the tarot cards and see what they've got to say. First of all, you have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Seven of Swords in reverse. You have the Lovers card. And finally, you have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, pile number 1, I'm getting the sense that you give too much away to others and possibly don't deal with your own problems. So the Six of Pentacles in reverse indicates that you like to give a lot to others, but maybe it's not reciprocated sometimes. And this could be financially too. It doesn't necessarily have to be emotionally, but I'm sensing it's probably an emotional situation where you're a very caring, empathetic, compassionate soul, and you feel that your time is best spent by allowing others to talk to you about their problems. And that's a beautiful thing to do. Like, I think you're a very caring person, and you want to make sure that everyone around you is happy also. So you portray an attitude of being happy, being very open. People come to you and talk to you about the stuff that comes to mind. But the Seven of Swords indicates to me that there's some issues in your life that you don't want to admit to yourself. You're running away from certain problems and hiding yourself. You're a little bit guarded. You like to keep to keep those problems at bay and tiptoe around them as if they're not a problem, or that you don't have any issues, so that you can be of best service to others and portray that everything is okay in your life. The Lover's card, I think, indicates the fact that you need to provide some more self-love. That you give so much love to others and are caring and compassionate, but it's out of balance, I think. Like the Two of Pentacles and both the Six of Pentacles to me indicate balance. So you can see here you've got this the Querent is juggling both of these pentacles. And in the background, you can see the up and down of the waves. So there's a ship riding the waves, and that's to deal with your emotions. Water's all about emotions, are up and down. So it seems to me that you're going through some stuff internally that you are trying to battle. You're trying to keep balance, but really you're just not dealing with it, and you're projecting yourself as being happy and that everything's okay. And that's a lovely, lovely thing to do, but the only issue is with that is that you don't allow others to help you. You're not allowing others to help you. You're not allowing others in and allowing others to see the real you. So in the channeled message, it was all about how you like to project yourself as being on top of the world all the time, always smiling, always happy, but even though that is a nice thing to do and that you choose to do it to help others, sometimes people can sense when there's issues up with you and that maybe you're being a little bit fake. And when they try to talk to you about things, I bet you're one of those people who are like, no, everything's okay. How are you going? What's going on with you? Take some time out to have a think about the things that you're running away from. This could also be talking about some financial issues that you need to get on top of. You got the Six of Pentacles here in reverse. So when this is upright, it's a card of like giving and receiving. So when you put out to the world will give you back, right? When you are kind and compassionate and caring and generous to others, then the world will reward you. But when it's in reverse, I'm sensing that that's out of balance. I have a feeling that like either you are giving too much of yourself and you're not allowing others to give back to you, or that you've got some financial issues. You need to get on top of how you're going to deal with all your bills. I think potentially you're giving out too much money. You're expending more than you are bringing in. And so your finances are out of balance. So let's have a look at the Oracle cards. We have the Chakra Insight Oracle cards that I'll be using today, as well as the Shamanic Medicine Oracle cards. Dear Spirit, please let me know what pile number 1 needs to do. What cards are relevant for pile number 1? Grounding. Let's try one more. Okay, we'll cut the deck. And will. So this says expression, assertiveness, self-control, and direction. Okay, so that speaks to me in two ways. Expression is all about maybe you allowing your true self out and potentially reaching out to someone about the problems that you're having in life. I have a feeling now that potentially it's both things. that you are struggling to get on top of some financial issues that you have, and that maybe you project that everything is okay in your life and that you don't actually tell people what's going on. You like to take on other people's burdens, but don't actually allow others to help you out the way that you do with them. And that may be because that was your upbringing, that you're taught that you should never tell people or ask for help from people, or maybe you're just a good person. You like to take on other people's burdens, but you have to remember to look after yourself too. So, look, this pile sort of resonates with me a little bit because I too have gone through some pretty bad financial issues, and it took me a while to get on top of them. I needed to seek help with some counseling to be able to actually be the best version of myself and accept that I had a problem with dealing with money. I also think, yeah, it's time for you to reach out to other people and allow other people in and to seek help from somebody. You've got here grounding, which is number 6. And I've actually just noticed that you have 3 6s in this deck, in this pile. So you've got grounding at number 6 here, nature, presence, practicality, and stability. And you've got the 6 of Pentacles, as well as the Lover's card, which is the number 6 in the Arcana, Major Arcana. So 666, that has a bad connotation, but 6s in general are all about balance and stability. It seems to me that your life is out of balance in the sense that either you're spending too much and you're not actually saving money, that you need to get on top of your finances. I think you've been avoiding dealing with this issue for a while, and it's getting to a point where it's actually starting to take a toll on you now. Or either you need to take some time out to deal with your own problems and accept that you're not perfect, that you are human too, and that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to let other people in and help you. Onto the Shamanic Medicine Oracle cards. Doesn't want to give me any cards. Spirit, any cards from the Shamanic Medicine Oracle deck? You have your Purge. West. There you go. And South. Abundance. Okay, well, that's good. They're positive cards. I think it's quite interesting that we got 2 of the cardinal directions out of that deck. Maybe you need to take a new direction in life. Start thinking about another way to sort out your problems. So I'm getting a few messages from this card here, South. Abundance. Abundance, that's an indication that things are going to turn around. I think if you are having some sort of financial issues, which I suspect you are, then you should talk to a counselor and find a way out of it, and that in the future, things are likely to turn around and that you can have abundance. You can actually get through these problems and actually find a way to start sort of bringing more money in and stop spending it. I love the little pelicans here. Pelicans are a very gregarious species. They huddle together and rely on each other. I think maybe it's time for you to get some support, either through counseling or just to go reach out with a friend of yours or talk to someone that you know will care and listen to you. And West, Purge. It's time here for you to get rid of these bad habits, whatever it is that's causing either some internal conflict that you don't want to share with others, or to purge yourself of bad spending habits that are causing you distress. I have a feeling that there's some financial issues that you need to get on top of and purge those out of your life. I'm actually really interested in this card, so I might actually see what the book says from the guidebook. West. Here we go. Whatever it is that's been eating away at you, it is now time to get it off your chest. There's something that you've been holding on to and not being honest and talking to others about. Spit it out and say what you feel. You have a voice, so use it. Problems cannot be solved if nobody is aware of them. If you're in a bad relationship, get out. Potentially you're in a bad relationship, hence why the Lovers cards come up. Make the necessary preparation by telling a close ally. You will get their support and you will find the courage to make your move. If work is the issue, speak to your boss and give them an opportunity to correct things. If they can't or won't, you can always seek out what it is you really need by doing with your life elsewhere. If you have been living in another's rules, religious beliefs, or ways that are not for you, now is the time to explain why you will no longer abide. The people who matter are really care will not punish you for being true to yourself, but they will support you in making the changes you need. The spiritual warrior of West now leads the way to help identify, dismantle, and destroy all the habits and beliefs that no longer serve a positive purpose in your world. It says here, remove all which serves you no longer. Let cleansing waters make you stronger. Clear of mind, body, and soul, now I have room to make you whole. So, group number 1, it seems that you have some sort of bad habit, whether it be financial issues, maybe you overspend, or there's something on your mind and chest that's really starting to eat at you and you need to release. As I was talking about here with the penguins being a very gregarious, supportive group, I think it's time that you actually reached out to some friends and spoke to someone about the issues that you have in your life. Find some self-control in the willpower card. Find some self-control. Express who you are and find a new direction. I believe in you. I think it's time that you got some courage and actually got on top of your problems in life. So I wish you all the best. Good luck, Group 1. If you enjoyed this or it resonated with you, please give it a like, a share, and subscribe. Thank you. Now let's move on to group number 2. Group 2 with the Hear No Evil Monkey. I get the feeling that you're quite a sensitive soul and that you just avoid fights at all costs. You don't want to hear anything negative. You don't want to get into an argument with people. You want to pretend the world is a magical, beautiful place, which it is, and that the best way to avoid any sort of conflict is to just pretend that it doesn't exist. That's my guess, but let's see what the channel message has to say for you. Group 2. Have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately? Do you see what the rest of the world sees when they're in your presence? You're strong, wise, and beautiful, both inside and out. You've been through hell and back, yet still you rise every day and carry on. It's okay to feel down and as if the universe has given you a rough trot lately. But it's to strengthen you. You have more power and courage than you could ever imagine. Be kind to yourself. Group 2, it sounds like you've actually had a bit of a hard life. You've gone through the ringer. Things haven't been so easy for you. So, and because of it, I have a feeling that maybe you're suffering a little bit of depression and feel like nothing's going to work out for you, that there's no hope left, that the world will never change and things will always be the way they are. But the world is a magical place, and there are opportunities to change your life. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say. First of all, you have, look at that, the Star card. That's a beautiful card. Secondly, you have the Three of Wands in reverse. You have the Four of Cups also in reverse. And finally, you have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Just take a moment to get an idea of what's going on. Okay, yeah, great too. I think you unfortunately, yes, you've had a bit of a hard trot lately, and you feel that things are never going to be any better. Generally, the Five of Pentacles, when it's upright, talks about some financial struggles, being really left out in the cold and feeling like you're unsupported. But when it's in reverse, it indicates that that time is almost over, that the hardship it's on the way out, and that you're actually going to find, the light at the end of the tunnel. Because in this card, these two poor souls are just walking past a church and not even realizing that there's an opportunity to get warmth and support inside the church. They're so caught up in their own misery that they can't see that there are ways out of it, which is also what is indicated by the Four of Cups. You are, I think, maybe you're at the end of this journey, and there's an opportunity to find a way out of this hardship and pain that you're suffering, and it's being handed to you, that you're just, there's something that you just haven't yet seen, or are unaware that there's another opportunity, another way to find your way out of the situation. You have here the Star card, which is like a magical, beautiful card of hope and divinity and self-belief. I think you're on the way to actually finding a way out of this hardship, and you need to just have faith in the universe and in your own skills and abilities that you will find a way to get through this heartache, and that it's almost over. I think you've had a really, really, really hard life, unfortunately, and that you are probably very hard on yourself, that you feel like you deserve to be always in a place of despondence and where you have to struggle through life and on struggle street all the time. But have faith in the universe, and have hope, have some hope that you will find a way out of this, because the cards indicate, especially with the Three of Wands too, that you've actually come a long way. You're on your journey, and you're on your way through, like, the heartache that you've been through, the hardships that you've endured in your life have been for a purpose, and it's to indicate to you how strong and resilient you really are. And the best part is that this journey is almost over. It's almost time for you to start again, and to move on from this place of misery and heartache. I think your journey is almost over, and you're about to find yourself in a place of good luck and fortune. So let's see what the oracle cards have to say for you. Dear Spirit, oopsie, well, that just jumped out of the deck, didn't it? You have Inner Child here. I'm going to take that one. Didn't even have to shuffle, it just kind of jumped out of the deck. So this card reads, playfulness, lightheartedness, innocence, and wonder. Yeah, I think you've lost hope in a sense, and you've forgotten how beautiful the world can be, but you need to tap into that inner child and see the world as a magical, beautiful place, living through hope with the Star card again, that things will turn around, and that you have something really special to offer the world, I think. Once you allow yourself to accept that the things that you've been through have probably been for a very real and meaningful purpose, that you can use this to help others, potentially serve others, that you'll find yourself in a place of just bliss and joy again. Dear Spirit, any other messages from the Chakra Oracle cards? Any other messages from the Chakra Oracle cards? Try one more. Oop. You also got Will. So potentially pile number 1 got this card also. And it says here, expression, assertiveness, self-control, and direction. The path out of the heartache that you've been through is something that you'll need to do for yourself. You need to take control of the situation and take direction, find a direction out of it. There's a way out of it. There is a way out of the situation that you're currently in. This card indicates that there's an offer, an opportunity here, but maybe you're just not actually aware of it yet, or that you just don't even want to know about it, potentially. You're a little bit caught up in the fact that your life has been so hard and you expect that it always will be. But the cards indicate, with the Star card, the Three of Wands in reverse, and Inner Child, that if you look at life with a playful attitude and actually start doing the things that really resonate with you, doing the things that you love, it'll lead to a place where you'll be able to find a way out of this heartache and the pain, and that your life is going to turn around and it will get better. You have to believe that. Now let's get some messages from the Shamanic Medicine deck. One more. There we go. So you have the you have the North card, Solitude, and you have the Death card, Transmigration. So if you're a follower of most YouTube channels or understand tarot, the Death card rarely actually means a death. It's more about a sort of a fresh start, like a change or the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. So it seems to me that, yes, this process is almost at the end. You're at the end of this horrible cycle in your life. Things are about to turn around. That you need to walk through the portal that you can see in this card. You need to take the steps to walk through the portal and actually allow yourself to start, seeing the divinity and love in life again. The Inner Child is all about playfulness and actually doing the things that you love. You need to change your mindset to some degree, I think, and see that you can get out of the situation, that there is love and light at the end of the tunnel. And the North card, it's quite interesting. Pile number 1 actually had both the West and the South cards come out of the tribal deck, so I find that quite fascinating. Maybe you should have a look at pile number 1 for a message also. Solitude. I think it's time for you to sit back, reflect on your life, reflect on the things that you've been through and the pain and the suffering that you've gone through, and understand that it all has been for a specific purpose, and it's to make you stronger, to make you realize that you are resilient and that you can get through the situation and that you're almost there. You're almost there. Like the Death card indicates the end of a cycle, and as does the Five of Pentacles in reverse. That indicates that the hardship is almost over. I think it's good to note that the North Star, I think, indicates, it sort of resonates with the Star card here, that there is hope and there is there is light at the end of the tunnel, but maybe it's time for you to sit back, reflect on what you've been through, and understand that you've come a long way on your journey, that you've come through so much heartache and pain, and that you are still here and still fighting, and that you have so much to offer the world, because the things that you've been through, you can use to teach and help and guide others that are going through the same thing, and you can be their shining light. You can be their star that guides them on their journey also. So that's all I have for pile number 2. Just take some time, maybe meditate, reflect, journal, think about why you've been through the things you've been through, and realize that it's only made you stronger because you're still here and you're still fighting, and that is an amazing thing. So I hope that resonates with you, pile number 2. If it does, please like and share and subscribe, and let's move on to pile number 3. Pile number 3 with a speak no evil monkey. I'm sensing from this monkey in this image that you possibly have a tendency to have a sharp tongue and to speak your mind. You need to hold back on the things that you say and think sometimes. You're aware of the fact that you have a bit of a fiery temper, or that you're one of those people that just says, you call a spade, which can be quite an admirable trait, really, because people know who you are. They know what to expect from you. They know that you will always tell them what's on your mind and what you're thinking. But sometimes maybe you can be a little too harsh or too blunt in the way you communicate to people. So let's see what your channel message has to say. It says here, do you get easily frustrated with perceived weaknesses in others when things don't go the way you had planned? Do you find it hard to control your temper when you miss the train by 10 seconds, or when someone is late for a work deadline? The way we interact and or react to others and external situations are a reflection of our shadow. Do you spend time reflecting and contemplating who you are and why you react the way you do? Part number 3, I sense that you have an issue with your temper, and you get into a lot of arguments because you get easily frustrated with people when things don't go the way that you want. You see people's quirks or things that people do that you don't like as weaknesses, or things that they really shouldn't show to other people. But quite often, the things that upset us the most are actually a reflection of a part of ourselves that we just don't want to know about. So it's a part of your shadow side that you haven't let to light yet and haven't dealt with. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say for you. We have the King of Cups, okay, we have the Queen of Cups. That's interesting. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And the Queen of Swords in reverse. So just going to take a moment to get an idea what the cards are indicating. I have a feeling that the King and Queen of Cups could be your parents. It looks like you had quite an emotionally balanced and loving upbringing. you, for the most part, had everything you need, and your parents were very supportive and loving, and loving towards each other. You can see in the cards and how they've been laid out that they're looking towards each other. So I think their relationship was very stable, very loving, very emotional. They were very caring and compassionate towards you and each other. But the Wheel of Fortune indicates to me that they had some hardships in their life. And so in your upbringing, you went through some tumultuous times, whether that be financial issues or maybe your parents were a little bit too strict on you and didn't allow you to be creative and free and do the things that you wanted to. Or maybe there were some external unforeseen issues that occurred that just caused some turmoil and made you have some issues during your upbringing. Yeah, once again, I don't think it's from your parents so much, but I have a feeling that they've maybe, although they're very loving and caring and nurturing towards each other and towards yourself, maybe they battled a little bit in terms of getting ahead in life, possibly. So possibly they had some karmic debts to pay off from their previous life, and things were a little bit hard for them in the, well, for the first part of your life and your upbringing, your childhood. And because of that, I sense that you see the world through the eyes of, say, the Queen of Cups, that is generally quite ruthless and brash, and feels that to get ahead in life you need to really like put yourself first and sort of push your way to the front, and not really, not so much not give a shit what other people think or feel, but just sense that the way to achieving what you want in life is by not showing weakness and not caring so much about other people's thoughts towards you. And that can be beneficial if you use it in the right way. You can be highly successful by actually going out there and putting yourself out there and not caring what other people think, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. Trying something new, making some videos. So I say go for it if that's what you're doing, but try not to do it to other people's expense. You don't want to be that guy that, like, or that girl, I should say, that cuts other people down just to make yourself look better. Kind, compassionate people are always rewarded in life. So just be mindful of the way that you approach conversations, the things that you say, and how it can reflect on yourself and towards the other person too. So we've got two lots of oracle cards here that I'm going to draw some messages from. We've got the Chakra Insight Oracle deck and the Shamanic Medicine Oracle deck. So let's get some messages first from the Chakra Insight Oracle deck. Dear Spirit, please provide some messages for pile number 3. Dear Spirit, please provide some messages for pile number 3. One more time. Okay, let's cut the deck. Family. And it says here, belongings, community, culture, and tribe. Okay, I'm also sensing potentially that you've got some issues with your family, that you've kind of cut them off because of something that happened in the past, that you need to you've been cold towards your parents, who have always been loving and kind. Something's happened that you've felt potentially you need to like be ruthless towards them and cut them out, or maybe you just need to be a bit more considerate towards them in terms of who they are. Like when we're a little bit younger, we see our parents as gods. We put them on a pedestal, and sometimes when we get older, we find out that they're not necessarily those gods that we thought they were. They're just human beings like you and I. You need to forgive your parents for the hardships that potentially you perceive they put you through, and forgive yourself for being so harsh towards them too. I'm sensing that you're holding something against them because you think that they didn't support you well enough as a child, or that things that are happening in your life right now are their fault. But actually, we're all capable of looking after ourselves and sorting out our own issues. So, be compassionate towards your parents because they're human beings, just like you and I. They're there to love and support you. And I think this card is indicating that maybe you need to allow them, you need to love and support them back a little bit more. Just going to draw one more card too. Okay. There you go, love. That could not be the more perfect card to come out for this reading. Kindness, benevolence, sharing, and receiving. Yeah, I think you need to show some more love towards, the people that care for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be your parents. Potentially, you're blaming your parents for the way you are, I think, is what's going on. You think that maybe they didn't do enough for you as a child, and that things that are going wrong in your life are a reflection on the way that they brought you up. But they're just human beings. Like, they did the best they could. So A, be forgiving towards them. B, show them some love and accept that A, they're human, and that you need to be responsible for the things that are happening in life yourself. Let's see what the Shamanic Medicine Oracle cards have to say. Oop. Put that one back. Dear Spirit, please provide a message for pile number 3. Ooh. Okay. You have Middle World present with this beautiful white horse standing in the sun. Yeah, okay. What I'm getting here from this card is, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Sun card in the tarot deck, which is all about love, finding happiness and joy. It's kind of the most beautiful sort of heart-warmed message in the tarot deck. And you can see here with the sun shining through and lighting this beautiful horse. But what stands out to me the most is the green, which aligns a lot with the love card from the other oracle deck. Green relates to the heart chakra, and to showing love and support and compassion. So I think whatever happened in your upbringing, you're sort of holding on to. You're blaming your parents potentially, or you're feeling that the people around you that are supporting and loving you are probably the cause of the issues in your life. But maybe you need to take some time out to reflect upon why you're acting that way, and to accept that those people that are supporting you are, your posse, like they're your cheerleaders, and that you should probably show them some love back. It's time to find a way to get over, the harsh reactions to things, and to accept that you have a responsibility to sorting out your own issues in life, and that your parents and your family and your friends that support you are here for that reason, to support you and to guide you. But you need to change your own reactions and things in your life yourself. One more message. That one wanted to jump out, so let's see what that is. Oh, here we go. Plant medicine, and it says truth. You can see all the greenery in this one clearly because it's about plants, but that speaks to me again about the heart chakra and finding love and support. Maybe actually also it's a good idea for you to spend some more time in nature, where you can actually contemplate and reflect upon the way you act. I find that when I am feeling really down or frustrated or need some time out, that I go for a walk and I sit down in a park and I just journal, or I listen to music and I speak to nature. When birds come up to me, I start talking to them, and an hour later I feel on top of the world again. So maybe it's time for you to get out into nature, but I think also this card indicates to me that you need to show more love and kindness and compassion, both to yourself, but also to the people that are actually caring and supporting you in life. And stop being so ruthless and being the Queen of Swords in reverse. Let's try and be the Queen of Swords upright, who speaks her truth and says what's on her mind, but does it from a sense of kindness and wisdom. Maybe take some time first to think about what you want to say before you actually jump in and just be an asshole, basically. I'm actually just going to read the message for plant medicine. I'm curious to see what that says. Plant medicine, truth. A controversy means you are not sure what to deem as true. It's like you have been fed false news. Shamans use plant medicine and journaling work to induce visions and heighten clarity. Plant medicine is a far cry from the synthetic pills and potions abundant today. When plant medicine is passed to you, you have the option to accept or reject its remedy. Do you want your life to remain as it is? Are you ready to see the truth? To distinguish between the dream state and the clear reality, indulge in the awakening that plant medicine can bring. If you are brave, you would want an adventure and are prepared to lose false comfort, plant medicine can bring you a stark understanding of who you are. The veil between the worlds is ready to be torn down so that you might discover that which has been deliberately hidden. It says here, awaken as I take you deep. My truth reveals you've been asleep. You'll see the world with bright new eyes. Assist those who still live the lies. So that indicates to me that you have been living a life where you have been blaming others for the problems in your life and not actually realizing what's important, which is that those people are generally here to support and love you. It's time for you to take some time out, maybe get some time out in nature, in the sun, get some fresh sunlight, do some journaling. Think about the way that you've reacted to certain situations and how you treat people. Stop lying to yourself that it's other people's problems, and that other people are responsible for the turmoil that you're in, and take action to changing your life for the better. It's not easy to do, but shadow work actually allows you to see the world from a different perspective, and it's so much brighter and more beautiful when you actually do the work. So all the best to you, pile number 3. I hope this resonates. If it does, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.